What is up, YouTube? Gonzo coming at you again. Obviously, I mean, you're on my channel. But here in Bonita, Oklahoma, Roy Rogers Memorial Overpass Turnpike rest area thing, service area. And just look at this. Look at her right there. Oh, goodness. She is a thing of beauty, isn't she? And if you don't think she's a thing of beauty, sorry, having trouble talking. I just ate lunch. So, if you don't think she's a thing of beauty, you might want to get your eyes checked. Because she's gorgeous. But I did want to show you guys a little more detail here on the digital dash. Because by far, the upgrade
exercise that would have
the upgrade I've didn't think I would like the most is actually the one that I'm probably feeling the most. So you got all your same basic information. You got your speedometer, you got your tach, you got your air pressure gauges, you got your parking brake indicator, you got your seatbelt light and warning indicators up here, you got a voltage meter, outside ambient temperature, fuel and depth gauge, right? Basic stuff. So the steering wheel controls are a little different, and what's really cool is you obviously have the buttons, which are self-explanatory, but these right here are actually touchpads. So you hear that click? So this is how I usually run this setup. Is I'll have the temperature gauge and oil pressure gauge on this side. In the middle is the radar collision mitigation system, and on the right you can have your tripometer, but I usually run the fuel consumption, current fuel consumption gauge. Over here, my iPad, what's up, y'all, hooks up to the USB port, which in turn goes into the infotainment system, and it yeah, that's how I listen to my audiobooks right now. Today's selection, I'm re-listening to Service by Marcus Luttrell, and yeah, so that's I think that's pretty cool. But this screen changes when you're in cruise control. This center thing disappears, the center cluster, and you get the speedometer on this side, tachometer on this side, and just vision of mostly blank screen. It's to eliminate just some distractions. I thought that was pretty cool. I'm still getting used to it, but this is a really cool setup, and I need to figure out how to do a few more things with it. But honestly, this thing is kicking pretty good. Other things I am enjoying thoroughly is the heated and cooled, or they're not cooled seats. They're actually just vented seats, but it makes a difference. It's not like a ridiculous amount of difference, but there is a difference. Like I'm rolling down the road with a vented seat going, and the seat feels cool. It doesn't feel cold, but it doesn't feel as warm. These leather seats, it can get warm really quick in these seats, but like right now it's kicking on because I kicked on the truck, and it feels like it's cooling the seat down. It's pretty cool. Don't know if it's something I would opt for if I'm ordering my own truck, but it's something that's pretty cool to have, literally, because it's cool. Yeah, so it's pretty good. I'll give you guys some more information once I get to my destination with this first load that I'm hauling to Texas. Talk to you guys in a bit. What is up, YouTube family? Gonzo here, coming at you from Hammond, Louisiana. I just say that to tick somebody off. You know who you are, JDQ. You know who you are, buddy. Anyway, we're here in Hammond, Louisiana. Oh, JDQ, man, your hometown did me dirty. I'm talking about, I got to Ventura Foods at 7 p.m. Didn't leave till 3 in the morning. Anyway, whatever. We're doing it. I didn't get to film anything and get any video from after I last talked to you guys from Sunnyvale, Texas. We, did the basic thing. Bobtailed down to Houston, dropped the trailer at the yard, washed and fueled, went home for a couple days, soaked up some home time, came back out. Ironically, grabbed the exact same trailer I dropped off a couple days before, which I don't mind. I know it's clean. I know it runs straight. I know it's fueled. Let's go. So, let me get back into the truck and we'll talk a little more. So, here we are. I'm here, you're there. We're everywhere. Well, yeah, so soaked up some home time. Got to see the family. My mom is doing great. For all you guys who asked, thank you. It means a lot. She was feeling the love. But yeah, so we're back out here on the road, and I was hoping I would get I'm leaving the bed down. I'm feeling lazy today. I'm just gonna leave it down. Anyway, I was hoping to get a Brookshire, Texas to Laredo load to make a quick $600 in revenue. Close out last pay period. And then grab something from Laredo heading up to Livonia, Michigan or Jonestown, Pennsylvania to start building revenue for next pay period. Ultimately, that's not how it happened, but that's okay because sometimes things don't work out the way we want them to, but it's a blessing in disguise. Murphy's Law and whatnot. But it's okay, we're gonna roll anyway. So they told me, well, go grab an empty trailer from the Houston yard, and I did. And they're like, well, once you grab your empty, go ahead and deadhead down to Opelousas, Louisiana to Ventura Foods for what is gonna be a drop-in hook. And I've been to Ventura Foods in Opelousas, Louisiana, and I know it says drop-in hook, but it's actually a live load. I know from experience. This happened to me several times already. So I'm like, okay, whatever, I don't mind. Usually they're pretty quick, in and out. So appointment is at 7 p.m. It's around 10 a.m. I'm at the house. I'm like, I need to go. Because it's about 5, maybe 5.5, 6 hours away, depending on traffic, from the house. And I still need to go grab a trailer, which I may or may not have to go get washed out or at least blow out with a leaf blower. So I did. I left the house pretty much immediately, said my goodbyes, grabbed the last of my stuff, and got out on the road. Grabbed the trailer, same trailer I dropped off, like I said, so I know it's clean, I know it's fueled, I know it's good to roll. And I get on down the road, get there at 7:02. Man. Anyway, so we get there. And of course, just like I thought, yeah, we got a prime live load, he shot out over the radio. Sorry, I'm opening the curtains so you guys can see my butt. Live load, he said over the radio. I'm like, all right, cool. These guys usually don't take too long to load anyway, so no big deal. As I go into dock door 9, okay, cool. I get into dock door 9, backing, backing. So, sorry. Anyway, I get into the door. It takes me a little longer than what I would care to admit. I overshoot it, so my trailer's too far to the left. I start getting a little emotional because I'm expecting, I've been out here 2 years. I'm expecting it to be easy, but it ain't always easy. But I get it in. That's what she said. Anyway, it's in there. Okay, I'll stop. But the trailer's in the dock. I send the macro to tell them, hey, I'm in the dock. And there's two prime trucks there that are leaving. One is leaving as I'm backing in. The other one leaves after I back in. I didn't get to ask, hey, how long you been here? So another prime truck gets there as I'm in the door. He leaves before I do. Everybody leaves before I do. I'm the last one they load. By the time they come knock on my door, give me my paperwork, everybody's gone already. Oh well, whatever. That's trucking sometimes. I look at the clock. 3:45 in the morning. By the time I get up there, put the load locks in, make sure that everything is secured, check out, scale out on their scale, pull over on the side at their holding lot, do my live departure, put my depart shipper macro, do my live loaded call. It ends up being close to 4:30 in the morning. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, we're just going to roll with it. So we did. But, so here we are, waiting for the Qualcomm to load up, and we're going to get rolling. So this left Opelousas, Louisiana this morning, headed to Johnstown, New York. Now, I know some of y'all might be thinking, Gonzo, I thought you said you don't go to New York. I did. But
you have 8 hours and 0 minutes of remaining drive time. ELD data diagnostic event occurred.
Should you recall, I believe what my words were exactly were, I don't go north of Pennsylvania unless it pays really good. Okay, to be honest, I said ridiculously good. This isn't a ridiculously good paying load, but it's the best paying load I was going to get off of home time at this time. So I'm like, yeah, whatever, I'll go. And literally I messaged my fleet manager. I'm like, but the deal is, I'll do it, but you got to get me out of New York ASAP. He said, I got you. I'm cool. He said, I remember you don't like going north of Pennsylvania. We got you. We'll get you something good coming out. Deadhead you out of New York. Bet. So that's where we're going. That's what we're doing. I'm going to cut the video off here because probably not what you guys were expecting. But, life ain't always sunshine and rainbows. I'm not saying this has been a bad day or a bad couple of days. It's been a great couple of days. But sometimes things don't work out the way you want them to. And even when that's the case, the only difference between being happy and being miserable is your own attitude about it. So while I'm not happy I'm going to New York, I'm happy to be out here working. I'm starting to get emotional, starting to try to talk fast, and my stutter's kicking in. I'm happy to be out here working. I'm happy to be out here making money to provide. But that's all I got for now. I'll check you guys out later. Peace. I guess one last thing just before I let you guys go. I'm loving the Google Maps on the digital dash. Anyway,